Welcome back to the Photography Minimalist. I still owe you the results of shooting a second roll of film through the Kiev 60. Maybe you remember a few months ago I shot through a first roll of film through the Kiev 60 and the camera broke down on me. Well, Hans De Graaf from the Foto Vakhuis repaired the camera and brought it back to a perfectly working condition. So I was able to shoot through a roll of Kodak Portra 800. But I did make a little mistake. When I was shooting with the Kiev, I was also shooting simultaneously with the Neoka 2S and with the recently purchased Ricoh TLS 401. And both of these cameras have a roll of 200 ISO film. And I accidentally also exposed the Kodak Portra 800 at a 200 ISO. But anyway, the results worked out absolutely fine. Now this is a square format camera, and for me personally, from a photography standpoint and artistic point of view, I don't really like making compositions in square format. So I'm not really satisfied with the photos that I took. But from a point of exposure, they're absolutely fine. And the photos that I took of the cars in the parking garage were shot handheld at 1/30th of a second at an aperture of 3.5. And the results are quite nice for working at such slow shutter speeds handheld, because it is a very heavy camera. And I was shooting with the wide angle lens. But anyway, I'm finally able to show you the results that I was able to achieve. Thanks to Hans for developing the film and also scanning the negatives. I do have to tell you one new thing, because last weekend when I went to the Foto Vakhuis in Haarlem to bring by this film to have it developed and scanned by Hans, I walked past his showcase filled with second-hand cameras. And I was immediately in love with this Nikon F2A. I've used this camera a few months ago in one of my videos, and I think I used it in combination with the Nikon 55mm 1.2 lens, and it is an absolute gem. It is of such a high build quality. It is a fantastic, and I personally think, underestimated camera, this Nikon F2. But I don't have any Nikon glass except for this 50mm 1.8 series E lens that came off my Nikon EM, which I don't own anymore, but I kept the lens. And I am so happy that I bought this camera for myself. So I see it as a sort of a Christmas gift to myself. So I purchased the camera off Hans, and I will be making some photos with this camera. And to start off with a Nikon, I purchased the last roll of Harman Phoenix color film off Hans. Thanks, Hans, for parting with your last roll of Harman Phoenix. And I'm going to be putting that through this Nikon F2 with the standard 50mm 1.8 series E lens. But anyway, that's for our next video, probably beginning of January. So here are the results that I was able to achieve with the Kiev, and I wish you all the best for 2024. Have a great Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you early again in 2024.